Next up, Ezzard Charles. The Cincinnati Cobra enters the ring against his boyhood idol, Joe Louis. We'll have that fight next on Ringside, the Top 10 Heavyweights. This is Ringside, the Top 10 Heavyweights. Next up, Ezzard Charles, number 7 on the Burt Sugar list, takes on an aging Joe Louis. Here are highlights of that 1950 title bout.
You're going to see the famous Joe Louis in his famous fighting style, and an Ezzard Charles, who is a cobra and a striking puncher with hand always held high. Well, there's a different Louis. He's not out to counterpunch, he's out to end it. 36 years of age, his opponent 29. Louis with his back to you. Ezzard Charles, easily identifiable with the stripe, the white stripe down his trunks. Two minutes to go of the first round, and there's excitement and action. A goodly crowd here tonight, and you can hear them in our Pabst Blue Ribbon microphone. This is a Louis who constantly stalks, as you know. Charles has Joe's nose just slightly colored, but Joe is in there to punch. £33 difference in favor of Louis. 218 to 184 and a half. Notice how Charles keeps that right high up to his chin to shoot it out in case he has to. Crafty, agile, excellent boxer. 1 minute to go, first round. Joe tried for the punch that time. They may talk about Louis's reflexes being slow, but his punch is still there. Half a minute to go of the first round. Although Charles is considered rather light for a heavyweight at his weight of 184 and a half. Remember that Bob Fitzsimmons weighed 156 and a half for his championship fight with Jim Corbett back in 1897. Both boys completely blinded in their left eyes, attesting to the punching power of both. Both will keep punching away at those eyes. Well, there's the cleanest shot of the fight you've seen, with Joe's head snapping back, a long right-hander. Joe is perceptibly slowing down, but still he has that powerful punch. 2 minutes to go in this round. Round 12 of a 15-rounder. For the heavyweight championship of the world, and the seconds tick into history. Very telling right hand by Charles that time. The round half over. A good crowd here at Yankee Stadium sitting in on what has been an excellent bout. One minute to go of the round. Charles willing to wrap up a fight because he thinks he has it won. Joe Louis ready to slip behind with 50 seconds to go. Intense drama. Charles constantly flecking away, striking heavy blows at Joe Louis. Half minute to go of the fight. "15 seconds to go, and Charles still belting away. The fight's gone all the way, and an era ends as the bell sounds and the crowd roars its great approval.
Judge Joe Agnello scores it 12-3, favor of Charles. Judge Frank Forbes scores it 13-2, favor of Charles. Referee Mark Kahn, 10-5, favor of Charles. Winner by unanimous decision and heavyweight champion of the world, Ezzard Charles.
Joe Louis was Ezzard Charles's boyhood idol. After the Cincinnati Cobra beat the Brown Bomber, he said, "When Joe began to falter, I started dreaming. Could this be the great Joe Louis? I wanted to win, but I didn't want to knock him out." We'll have more vintage Joe Louis fights, including his famous first-round knockout of Max Schmeling and his last professional fight against Rocky Marciano. This is Ringside, the top 10 heavyweights on ESPN Classic.